Okay, the idea for this hammer rack is I took 1.5-inch black pipe and I cut it into these rings. I'm going to weld all these rings together. I have 20 of them. I'm going to do 10 at a time. Weld these together and then attach them to some kind of frame. I'm just going to clamp these together. This is my bottom side, so I'll tack weld the bottoms here. Top side, which is down right now, should all be flush. Just check the other side here, that all looks good. We'll just take this and weld it up. I don't have a welding table or anything. I just weld here on top of my anvil. I just cover it with wood, cover the face and the shelf and everything with wood to protect it from any splatter. Alright, that's all tacked up on the bottom side. So I think this will be my back. See, I'll just run a bead of weld in between each of these. That'll give us some strength and it should be good to go. So I'm going to mount this hammer rack right here below. This rack will be for tongs and hardy tools. I'm going to mount it to these 3 studs right here. I know I need a piece of wood, the whole rack overall at least 44 inches long, and I want it to come out from the wall a good 10, maybe 12 inches, probably 12 inches to the front of the rings that the hammers will go in. So I'm gonna go out to the scrap wood pile and see what I got. Alright, I got a bit of a new plan after looking at the wood pile. I am going to weld these together into one unit. I'm going to cut this into tabs and weld the tabs onto here, and then this will sit on top of a 2x4 and I'll screw in from the top. It'll be supported all the way across. So I'll have 5 of these tabs. So I need to cut the pieces out of here and do a little more welding. And hey, who doesn't like more welding, right? So let's get started on that. Alright. A little more cleanup and we should be good to go. Alright, clean this up a little bit. Combination of a wire brush, this grinder, and a die grinder where the weld got into where the hammer would be hanging a little too much. Now I'm just going to drill some holes to mount it with these screws. That bit was working good too. Bummer. Alright, now that this got shorter, I reworked the measurements. My back piece is going to be made out of this OSB. It's going to be 40 by 10. I'm going to cut 8-inch pieces out of this to stand this off of here. And then a piece out of this is 38 inches long. So it'll go on here like this, on the little standoffs. And put some angle on them. And then this will go on here like this. It'll screw onto there. So it'll be like that. You can see that? Yeah. You see that? Kind of angled towards me there, like that. So let's cut some wood. And yes, I do change my apron based on what I'm doing. I don't know if that's weird or not, but my leather apron has metalworking stuff in it. It has a punch. It has a scribe for metal. It has a welder's pencil in it, so I can write on metal. And then this apron has different pencils for marking wood. Little ruler. It has the remote for my dust collection. A couple different little measuring things. So yeah, I don't know. I changed my apron based on what I'm doing. But I only have two, so it's not that weird, right? Let's get going on this. I was about to start to put this together and I forgot I wanted an angle on these so that my hammer rack would be angled towards me. So we're going to go ahead and cut those angles right now. I'm going to go with a 20-degree angle. Alright, I've attached this stop block to my miter gauge so all my cuts will be the same. All the same angle, all the same length. I think I need a new battery for my remote. Take this out and get a little propane torch and we'll burn it. little bit. Should look really cool. Down here, I'm just going to find a comfortable height and just screw it to the wall. Probably right about there. It's pretty good. All that good. So I have these black 4-inch lag screws that were from a patio cover that I tore down about a year ago. So I'm going to repurpose them and use them to mount the hammer rack to the wall. I have these washers that I spray painted in black, so it all goes together. It'll look pretty good. So let's get the rack and get it mounted. So I pre-drilled one hole in the stud here, and then I drilled 6 holes in the hammer rack, measured them out 16 on center, did 2 holes for each stud. So just shoot one in, I'll level this up, then pre-drill the rest of the holes and shoot the lags in. I think I'll put a board here and make this a shelf. Let's do that. Just need a few brads to secure this. Well, there we go. The hammer rack is done. Functional, and it looks pretty good too. I think the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take this stuff off and I'm going to torch this wood so it kind of matches. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. Turned out great. So I hope you're able to get out to your shop and do something today. But as always, stay safe.